1,000 welcomes to those out there watching this video. You are watching my channel called From Broken to Worlds, where I train through injuries to try to qualify for the 2027 World's Masters Highland Games Championships. See, my dog makes a lot of appearances in this workout video. He was pretty interested in what I was doing today. Not too sure what goes on in her head, but sometimes she's interested, sometimes she couldn't be bothered. Who knows? So today I wanted to talk a little bit about aging and athleticism. One of the first physical attributes to go as you age is your athletic ability. We know this because you see people who are at the top of their athletic career, they're the pinnacle professional athletes, and they can remain at this pinnacle for only a short amount of time relative to their life. It's not like they have 50 years of being a top competitive athlete. Now there are some exceptions. There's LeBron James been around for a while, Tom Brady, Gordie Howe in hockey. Some people are able to maintain a very high level of athleticism for a long time. Those guys are the outliers. First of all, they're the outliers in that they're extremely athletic just to begin with. And then they're the outliers of the outliers in that somehow their body is able to maintain a high level of athleticism. But for most of us mortals, our athleticism decays fairly rapidly as we age. More rapidly than our strength, as an example. More rapidly than our cardio, as another example. So how do you maintain athleticism as you age? Well, first of all, let's define what athleticism is. When I say athleticism, I mean your ability to quickly change directions. So even a squat has some athleticism in that I squat down and then change direction going up. But I'm talking a more dynamic form of this. Your ability to generate power from a stop position or to generate power from a change of direction. These kind of things. What ends up happening is your whole body, including your ligaments and everything, gets stiff. Another thing that happens is you accumulate injuries over the years, and that limits your athleticism as well. And so as you age, even like as I'm found out the last few years, your ability to focus on something far away with your sight and then look down at a book that you're reading, let's say, it takes longer for your eyes to adjust from far vision to close vision. Like everything just kind of stiffens up, and stiff is not good for athleticism. So how do we maintain it? Well, the honest truth is we can't maintain it. Like, I'm never going to have the same athleticism I had when I was 20. Just not going to happen. But I can slow down the decaying or stiffening effects. So some of the things I do to do that, I stretch almost every day. I lead a stretch at work with a bunch of guys here. And so that helps to fight against stiffness. Another thing I do is, as you can see in this gym, in this workout, I do athletic maneuvers. I try to incorporate them into my workout, particularly in the on-season aspect of my workout. And this helps maintain some athleticism. Now, in some sense, I'm stronger today than when I was 20. Actually, not in some ways, and I could lift a lot more. But I'm definitely not as athletic, not as poppy. I can't jump as high. Part of that is I weigh more. And I'm still pretty decent at jumping. But To help stop the effects of aging as far as athleticism is concerned, you try to do athletic things, but here's the kicker: is you can't do it exactly like you could as when you're 20. You have to do more safe athletic endeavors. So when you're in your 20s, teens, even in your 30s, you can kind of do whatever, and you can push your body more. But my athletic moves here, as you can see, like bench press isn't athletic, but the French contrast exercise that I do with this, you can see they're pretty safe activities. I'm not doing anything really far out there, and like this is just a explosive shoulder press, which is good. You know, it's you get twisting, you get shoulder explosion. There's a change of direction, all these athletic stuff. So it's still athletic, but it's a safe one, especially for my knees. I have to really pay attention to what I do. Like, I used to love jumping. I'm actually a pretty decent jumper. But I haven't been doing that because it's not the jumping that's the problem. It's the landing on my knees, and it creates a lot of shock onto my knee joint. And then what ends up happening is it's not right away. It's like an hour later, it really starts hurting my knees. So I've almost all but eliminated jumping in my program, and it's kind of sad. Like, I don't want to eliminate it, but you just got to deal with reality that there's still really good work that you can do that doesn't require you to cause yourself more pain, which will then limit the amount you're able to do. It's actually a limiting factor at that point. So when you're programming, and if you're an old person, or, well, I'm not really, I don't consider myself an old person, but I'm kind of like at the adolescence of being an old person. Figure out ways that you can do athletic moves that are safe. Now, this might require some thinking and some trial and error. You might do something and it wasn't the best thing to do, but it's probably good to err on the side of caution, especially if you are getting up there. So even this is pretty safe. The most extreme explosive activities I do, athletic activities, is my actual throwing. If I get injured in the gym, I've done something wrong. It could have been a form issue that I just messed up on, or I programmed really poorly. The gym should be kind of the safest place for your training, especially as you age. But even if you're injured, even if you're a young guy and you have just a nagging injury, like I've always kind of had crappy knees, but my shoulder too sometimes flares up. Figure out how to maintain some explosive, some athleticism in your workout while honoring the fact that you have an issue with your body and you don't want to aggravate it more. And so there are 1,000,001 ways to work out, so you can find something to do. And hopefully these videos of me doing some maybe a little bit unorthodox explosive work that are focused on the Highland Games, maybe you can take something from my exercises that I'm showing you and apply that to your workout when you're injured, or you want to maybe even just do something new and fun. Got to give her some Scooby snacks. This is when she said, okay, I'm done, and ran off. As soon as she's fed, she's happy. She's just like me that way. But yeah, maintaining your athleticism as you age is a very hard task. In fact, it's an impossible task ultimately. But it's not something that you have to resign yourself to and decay as quickly as possible. You can really slow down that decline in athleticism as you age by smartly programming your workout and including some more athletic and less strength or hypertrophy workouts in your program. All right. Well, this is nearing the end of my workout. I didn't have time to do my conditioning component. This was my minimal goal workout. So I have a minimum goal that I'm trying to get at least every day in this, and I reached it. But I didn't have time to do the Bulgarian bag today. All right, guys. See ya.